Hello everyone. Today we are going to quickly go through the June 2018 paper 3 calculator one. Let's look at the questions one by one. The very first question is a scatter graph. The scatter diagram shows information about 12 girls. It shows the age of each girl and the best time she takes to run 100 meters. So here the 100 meters is the common thing for all 12 girls. So the 12 girls means 12 points are plotted here. So 100 meters race, time taken is in y-axis and the age is in x-axis. So by look of it, when the age is increased, the time taken to complete the race is decreased. So when one quantity increase, the other quantity decrease means it's a negative correlation. You have to be very careful with this one, but you will lose time or marks in either way. It's a 1 mark question. Carefully read the question, write down the type of correlation. So don't try to describe the correlations. If they ask for describe the correlation, you have to say when the age is increases, the time taken to complete the race is decreases. But in this case, they only ask for write down the type of correlation. So we know it's a negative correlation. Let me write this one, negative correlation. So you'll get a mark for that. Second question, it's a continuation, B part. Christina is 11 years old. Her best time to run 100 meters is 12 seconds. The point representing this information would be an outlier on the scatter graph. Explain why. So Christina is 11 years old and her best time to run is 12 seconds. So 11 years old, best time is a 12 second. I'm trying to plot that point in the scatter graph here. So that is the information, 11 years versus 12 seconds. Why it's an outlier? So you need to understand the definition for the outlier. So the outlier is a kind of a point, it's far away from the regular points, or it's the best way to say is the outlier is too far from the line of best fit. So what is line of best fit here? So let me draw the line of best fit in a different color. So line of best fit means the line passing through majority of the points. After drawing the line, you have to think the points either side has to be balanced up, symmetrical. So I'm trying to draw a line of best fit, something like that, right? It's not accurate, but line of best fit means just to the symmetrical 1 2 3 4 5 6 points here, the other side 4 points and 2 points on the line. So still I can do it at accurate, but trying to explain to you. So this point is too far from the line of best fit. So I wanted to answer the first question, explain why. So the point the 11, 12 is too far from the line of best fit. So it's a 1 mark question, so no need to be explained too much. The second part, the third part, Debbie is 15 years old. Debbie says the scatter graph shows I should take less than 12 seconds to run the 100 meters. So Debbie is 15 years old and she's making a statement that she should take less than 12 seconds. Comment on what Debbie says. in this experiment, the scatter graph is drawn to it's nearly 9.5 or something like that. So here the first point here, so if you start with this point, it's around this 9.5 something, and the last point here it's nearly 13.5, 13.75. so the range we call, the minimum point is 9.5 or 9.75 between 13.75. so this is we called as a range. So for any prediction within this range is acceptable and reliable. But Debbie is 15 years old, the 15 is falling outside of the range. So comment on what Debbie says. So 15 years is out of the range. You don't need to mention the range. What is the range? They know exactly. The experiment is done between 9.75 and 13.75 age girls, but any age prediction beyond this range is not acceptable, not reliable. So Debbie is incorrect. Right, so that is the answer for the first question. So the negative correlation and one of the outlier, y is an outlier, it's too far from the line of best fit, and the third part is why Debbie is wrong, because the point 15 years old is outside of the range. It's incorrect statement. Question number 2, expand and simplify 5 brackets p plus 3 minus 2 1 minus 2p. So straightforward question, expanding brackets and finally simplify the collecting like terms. So 5 times p is 5p plus 15 minus 2 times 1 is minus 2, minus time minus plus 4p. So the answer is 5p plus 4p is 9p plus 15 minus 2 is 13. So that is the second question. Let me quickly go to the third question. The third question is, here is a trapezium drawn on a centimeter grid. So each square is 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. So this is a centimeter grid, 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. And they are asking, on the grid, draw a triangle equal in area to this trapezium. So we need to draw a triangle equal area to the trapezium. So the question basically asking, do you know how to calculate the area of a trapezium? So the area of the trapezium first, you may know this one. So a plus b divided by 2 times by h. So a and b are the length of the parallel side. So this is a and this is going to be the b. So length of the parallel side. What I mean by parallel, so this side parallel to this side, and height is the perpendicular height of the both parallel lines is the h. So it's a straightforward substitution. So a equal to 2 centimeter grid squares, so 2, and the b equal 3 4 5 6 7. Is it 7? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah, I'm right, 7, and divide by 2 and times by 1 2 3 4. So height is 4. So 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 divide by 2 times by 4. And it's a calculator paper, but I'm not going to press the calculator for this one. So 2 1 and 2 2. 2 times 9 is 18. So 18 centimeters squared is the area of the trapezium. So I need to draw a triangle equal in area to this trapezium. So I'm going to do a rough sketch. After that, once I'm confident, I'm going to do that actual sketch. So if I'm drawing a right angle triangle, this length and this length is going to be decide my area, right? So A and B, if I put A and B, the area of the triangle is half, base is A and the height is B. So the area has to be 18. So A times B is AB equal the half. I'm going to be get rid of the 2 by timesing both by 2. So 18 times 2 is 36. So simply what I'm doing, I am timesing this side by 2 and I am timesing this by 2. So 2 times 18 is 36 and 2 and 2 cancel. So AB equals 36. What is this mean? So two numbers multiplied together gives 36. So you can choose any two numbers. So if you choose 6, another one is 6 because 6 times 6 is 36. So I can draw a right angle triangle with A equals 6 and B equals 6. So let me do that for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is the length and the height, and that is your right angle triangle. That's all they're asking. That is the question 3. Question number 4. When a biased 6-sided dice is thrown once, the probability that it will land on 4 is 0.65. The biased dice is thrown twice. Amir draws this probability tree diagram. The diagram is not correct. They have given is not correct. And the question is now write down two things that are wrong with the probability tree diagram. So you need to write down two things. You identify the problem. Right. First of all, the branches need to be add up to 1. 0.65 plus 0.25. So probability of land on 4 plus probability of not land on 4 has to be equal to 1. But in this diagram, 0.65 plus 0.25 equal to 0.90. So 0.90 not equal to 1. So that is one of the mistake. So the first mistake, the probability of 0.65 and 0.25 are not added to the 1. So that is the first mistake. Second mistake, here they clearly mentioned the probability it will land on 4 is 0.65, right? So this place they should put 0.65 here because land on 4 is 0.65 and this has to be 0.35. This is correct and this is correct, right? So you identify by circling 0.65 and 0.35, or you can explain second throw probability are marked incorrectly. So it's actually a 2 marks question. So each of your answer give 1 mark. So second throw probability are marked incorrectly. So land on 4 is 0.65 and not land on 4 is 0.35. So you need to clearly mark this one 0.65 and 0.35. That is the end of the question 4. Question number 5. AB is a right angle triangle. Work out the size of angle ABC. Give your answer to one decimal place. So it's a straightforward trigonometric question, and you may have studied this one. So Cotova, SOH is the sine opposite over hypotenuse. CAH TOA, TOA. So when you see the diagram, identify 90 degrees. 90 degrees opposite is hypotenuse, so that has to be hypotenuse, and this is the angle they are asking, ABC. So this angle's adjacent is A. So you need to do the A and H formula. So this is adjacent and hypotenuse, has to be a cosine rule. So cos theta, so mark this as a theta, equal adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 7 over 11. So theta equal cos inverse of 7 upon 11. So we need to find the cos inverse function. So let me take my calculator, press the cos inverse, shift and cos inverse, 7 divided by 11, and I got answer 50.478. So theta equal 50.478. They have asked for one decimal place, so theta equal 50.5 degrees. So that is a 2 marks question. The length of the side AB is reduced by 1 centimeter. So AB is reduced by 1 centimeter. So basically now I'm going to draw another length of the AB is reduced. So this is another line. The orange line is now 1 centimeter less. So this is 10 now. The length of the side BC is still 7 and the angle is 90 degrees. Will the value of the cos ABC increase or decrease? So cos ABC before, what is the answer? Cos ABC is 7 upon 11, and now cos ABC is after, now they are saying 7 upon 10. When the denominator decrease, 11 change to 10, so denominator decrease mean the cos, the entire fraction's value increase compared to the other one. So it's a 1 mark question. So they are asking increase or decrease, you must give a reason. So answer is increase, because 7 upon 10 is greater than 7 upon 11, right? That is the question number 5. Question number 6. There are some counters in a bag. The counters are red or white or blue or yellow. Bob is going to take at random counter from the bag. The table shows each of the probabilities that the counter will be blue or will be yellow. There are 18 blue counters, so it's a second part. They're giving additional thing. The probability that the counter Bob takes will be red is twice the probability that the counter will be white. So that is the clue given to you to fill up these 2 boxes. So if I mark this what as a X probability, so the probability Bob takes red is twice the probability that the counter will be white. So red has to be 2x, white has to be x. So now we can write a formula. So 2x plus x plus 0.45 plus 0.25, all the probability adds up to 1. So 2x plus 3x is 3x, 0.45, 0.7 equal 1, 3x equal 1 minus 0.7, which is 3x equal 0.3, and x equal 0.1. So we already found out this is 0.1 and this is 0.2. Now the second part, so the first part actually they are not giving any marks for that one, but the A part they have given 4 marks for the A part. By filling those boxes you basically get 1 or 2 marks for that. Then there are 18 blue counters in the bag. So 18 blue counters, the probability is 0.45. So now they are asking, work out the number of red counters in the bag. So it's basically a ratio question. So 0.45 represent 18 blue marbles or counters. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to find, divide by 0.45 and find out what represent the 1. So this also divide by 0.45. So make use of the calculator. So what is 18 divide by 0.45? 40. So I've got an answer for 40. So 1 represent 40 means, so the total marble is going to be in the bag is 40. I need 0.2 is the red, times by 0.2 times by 0.2. 0.2 times by 40 is 8. So the number of red counters in the bag, so number of red counters equal 8. The last part of the question, a marble is going to be taken at random from a box of marbles. The probability that the marble will be silver is 0.5. There must be an even number of marbles in the box. Explain why. It's a 1 mark question, so you need to straight into the point and write the correct answer, but this is a completely different question compared to the first part. So the marble is going to be taken from a box of marble. We don't know how many marbles inside the box, but the probability of silver is 0.5. So that means 50% of the marble are silver. So half of the marble are silver. So you have to say half of the marbles are silver, right? So let's say that mean if the total marble is, let's say 4, half of the 4 is 2, so the 4 has to be an even number, then the half of the marble is 0.5, so which is 2 marbles are silver. If the total marbles are, let's say 11 or something, half of the marble is not possible. So 50% of the marble, we can't say 5.5 or something. 5.5 marbles, no, we can't say like that. So definitely, so the total number of marbles has to be even number, otherwise probability of silver marble would not be 0.5. That is the end of the question 6. Question number 7. Solve 5 minus x over 2 equal 2x minus 7. So I'm going to do 5 minus x over 2 equal 2x minus 7 over 1. So I'm going to do the cross multiplication. 5 minus x times 1 equal 2 times right. So I already expand the brackets, so you need to collect the x one side and the number one side. I'm going to bring the minus 6 here, so it becomes plus x. I'm going to bring the minus 14 the other side, so it becomes plus 14. So this side 5 plus 14 equal 4x plus x. 4x plus x is 5x equal 19. Both sides divided by 5. So the x equal 19 over 5. You can leave it as it is. If you want, you can make it as a mixed number. So mixed fraction is 3/4. Question number 8. ABCDE is a pentagon. Angle BCD is equal to double the angle of ABC. So if I put this as a x, this is 2x. That's all it is. Work out the size of the angle BCD. So all what you want to do is you need to find the interior angles of the pentagon. The formula we use is n minus 2 times 180. Pentagon means 5 sides. 5 minus 2 times 180. So 3 times 180 equal to 540 degrees. Which means all the interior angles adds up to 540. So you can write an equation. All the 5 angles add up to 540. So make sure we make use of the calculator. 2x plus x is 3x plus, so let me on the calculator, 90 plus 115 plus 125, which is equal to 330 equal 540. So 3x equal 540, take away 330. So 3x equal 210. So x equal 70 degrees. So x equal 70 degrees means the BCD, angle BCD is 2x. So 2 times 70 is 140. That is our final answer for the question 8. Question number 9. T equals square root of w divided by d cube. The w and d values are given in a standard form. Work out the value of t. Give your answer in the standard form correct to the 3 significant figures. It's basically a straightforward calculator type question. So square root of, substituting the value, 5.6 times 10 to the power minus 5 over 1.4 times 10 to the power minus 4 to the power cube. So carefully you need to press the number into your calculator, and let me quickly on my calculator square root of, use that fraction symbol, so you can type everything together. 5.6 times 10 to the power, use the power button in the calculator, and open brackets 1.4 times 10 to the power minus 4 and bracket close to the power 3. Basically they may be checking whether you know how to press the calculator with all these symbols. So I got the answer 4517.5395515. Now they ask you to round up to standard form, correct to the 3 significant figures. So 3 significant figure we need to round up first. 1, 2, 3, fourth one is 7, will give 1, so 4, 5, 2, 0 is the actual answer. They are asking the answer to be converted to standard form, so 4.52 times 10 to the power 3. Because the invisible decimal need to be jumped 1, 2, 3. So 4.52 times 10 to the power 3 is the answer. Now the B part, W is increased by 10%. We all know from our percentage question, 10% mean increase of 10% mean you need to add the 10 with 100 and divide by 100. So 110 divided by 100 is 1.1 is a multiplier. And 5% increase means same method, 5 plus 100 divided by 100. 105 divided by 100 is 1.05. So you need to learn how to do the multiplier. Suppose if it is a 10% decreased means 100 take away 10 divide by 100. So 90 divided by 100 is 0.9. I just say that as an example. So in this example, Lottie says the value of the t will increase because both W and D are increased. Lottie is wrong. Explain why. So basically it is a 1 mark or 2 mark question actually. So square root of the previous value 5.6 times 10 to the power minus 5 is the W value. Now the W is going to be increased by 1.1 and 1.4 times 10 to the power minus 4 times 1.05 times to the power 3. So let me mark it with a different color. So this 1.1 because of 10% increment, 1.05 because of the increment of D. So make sure the increment has to be multiply the D and to the power cube because the question itself has D cube. So you can press the calculator for this answer. So if you already have the answer, you can go and amend the calculator to change the question, or if you a bit confused, just to type it again, times 10 to the power minus 5 and times 1.1 and bracket start 1.4 times 10 to the power minus 4 times 1.05, everything to the power. Then make sure that you put the power in the correct place, bracket close, to the power 3. So everything looks okay to me. So I'll press the calculator. That I got the answer 4403.665816. So they're basically asking explain why. So you already proved and the answer is decreased. So if you round up to 2 or 3 significant figure, so the answer is 4400. So 4400 and 4500. So t is decreased. Right? So if you want to explain this one, so the same w, so same, this is the square root of something is the t. So that one, the top one is going to be multiplied by 1.1 and the bottom one is 1.05 whole thing cube. So the actual answer is going to be 1.1 divided by 1.05 to the power 3. The actual answer is, the net effect is this answer equal to 0.97, so which is less than a 1. So that means if you times anything by less than 1, the answer is going to be less than the previous answer. 4520 is the previous answer for this one, 4520. So that times 0.97 is going to be less than the previous answer. So that is our explanation. You'll get 2 marks for that. Question number 10. Here are 3 lamps, lamp A, lamp B, lamp C. Lamp A flashes every 20 seconds. Lamp B flashes every 45 seconds. Lamp C flashes every 120 seconds. The 3 lamps start flashing at the same time. How many times in 1 hour will the 3 lamps flash at the same time? I hope you have done the similar questions. It's a lowest common multiple LCM question. So if I wanted to explain in a different way, very basic level, what you can do is you can write the multiples A, B, C. So 20 seconds, every 20 seconds A flashes. So you need to write the multiples of 20. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140 and so on. And the next one is every 45 seconds it's going to be flash. 45, 90, 135, 180 and so on. 180, 225 and so on. And the C, 120, 240 and 360 and so on. So still I haven't found a common number for all 3. So 120 is not a common, 240 is not a common, and 360 will be a common number. So because 140 then 160, so better way to do is just 360 divided by 20, so 18 times. So definitely 360 will come. And here 360, you have a calculator, so 360 divide by 45 8 times, so 360 will be coming here somewhere. So at the 360th second, the all 3 lamps will be flashing at the same time. So the quicker way to do is 20 and 45 and 120. You need to do the LCM, lowest common multiple. Lowest common multiple, how to do? So if you divide everything by a prime number, so if you divide by 5, 5 goes into 4, 5 goes into 9 and 5 goes into 24. Am I right? 5 times 2, 10, 2 remaining, 5 times 4, 20. Right, so everything's divided by say 2. 9 is not going to be divided by 2, so drop the 9, so 12. Again by 2, 1, drop the 9 and 6. And all the numbers divide by 3, drop the 1, 3 times 3 and 3 times 2. And now divide by 3, it's going to be 1 and 2, and finally divide by 2, and we end up with everything by 1. So once you reach everything 1, 1, 1, 1, If you multiply all this number in the front of the division, is going to be the answer for the lowest common multiple. If you are not doing this one in the exam, this one, at least you know this method will help you to find out the LCM. So LCM equal 5 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 2. Let me do this one quickly. 5 times 2 is 10, 10 times 2 is 20, 20 times 3 is 60, 180 and 360. So 360 is the LCM. So 360 seconds is going to be flashing every 360 seconds. So 360 seconds equals 6 minutes, because 60 seconds is 1 minute. So divide by 60 is 6 minutes. So they are asking in 1 hour. 1 hour means 60 minutes. Divide by 6. So it flashes 10 times. So 10 times all 3 lamps flash together. That is our final answer. Question number 11. In 2003, Jerry bought a house. In 2007, Jerry sold the house to Mia. He made a profit of 20%. In 2012, Mia sold the house for 162,000. She made a loss of 10%. Work out how much Jerry paid for the house in 2003. So basically this is kind of a percentage exercise. They didn't give the house price at the start, and they are giving some information about making profit and loss. Let's assume the house price is X. So if the house price is X, in 2007 Jerry sold the house to Mia. He made a profit of 20%. So 20% profit means you need to add the 20 to 100, divide by 100. So the multiplier, we call the multiplier, 20% increase gives the multiplier 1.2. So the 1.2 times X is the price Jerry sold the house to Mia. So this is the price of the house price at the Mia stage, the second stage. The third stage, 2007, this is 2007. In 2012, Mia sold the house for 462,000 and she made a loss of 10%. So 10% loss means you need to take away 10 from 100, which is 90. 90 divided by 100, which is the multiplier 0.9. So 0.9 times the house price Mia bought the house from Jerry, which is 1.2 times X, which equal to 162,000. So we made an equation now. So all I want to do is 0.9 times 1.2, which we know it is 1.08 X equal 162,000. So X equal 162,000 divided by 1.08. So the X equal, say, 162,000 divided by 1.08. So the answer is 150 is the house price in 2003 Jerry paid for. That is our final answer. Question number 12. The graph shows the volume of liquid L liters in a container at time t seconds. So the graph is given, volume versus time. Find the gradient of the graph. So the gradient, if we know 2 points in the graph, we can find the gradient. So I'm going to make a small dot here. So the coordinate of this point is 0, 4, and let's say the coordinate of this point is 4, 10. So gradient is the difference of y, so y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. I know there are other methods also. Difference of y, this distance, divide by this distance, both are same concept. So y1 minus y2 means 10 minus 4. So 10 is this one, y, and y coordinate 10 minus 4 divided by 4 minus 0. So let me quickly simplify. This is 6 over 4, which is 3 over 2, which is 1.5. The gradient unit is important. It's liter per second. Why is the unit is important? The top number is volume, liter. Bottom number is x-axis, t, which is measured in seconds, so second. So 1.5 liter per second is the gradient. So if you want, you can count this one. 10 take away 4 is 6, and this is 4. 6 divided by 4 again, same answer will become for the gradient. B part, explain what this gradient represents. So the gradient is a positive answer. First of all, gradient is a positive answer. So positive answer means it's something is increasing. So gradient is a slope. So the answer gradient is 1.5. So what does that mean is 1.5 liter in every second. So in 1 second, 1.5 liter of liquid is increasing. So explain what this gradient represents. So let me write that for you. So 1.5 liter of liquid is increasing in every second. Or per second, every second. So in every second, in 1 second, 1.5 liter. So basically it's a container here. So there's a tap or something, the water or liquid is coming. So there's an initial water is there. So if you wait for 1 second, the water's volume is increased by 1.5 liter. If you waited for 2 seconds, it's increased by 3 liter. So that's what they are asking. What is this gradient represent? Every second, the volume is increased by 1.5 liter. That is the concept. You need to explain that. The graph intersects the volume axis at L equal 4, which is here. My first point. Explain what is this intercept represent. Intercept means the corresponding value is 0. 0 means time axis is 0. So t equal 0. T equals 0 means starting position. We call this as an initial position. So initial amount of liquid in the container. So before we open this tap, the initial amount of water in the container is 4 liter. That is the 4 liter represented by this intercept. So you need to write that one. Initial, what is this intercept represent? Initial amount of water. Initial amount of water. Oh, sorry, why I'm saying water? Initial amount of liquid in the container. If you want, you can put t equals 0. So that gives a examiner heads up, like a t equals 0 means that is the starting point. So we have found the gradient, we explain what is the gradient represent, and we explain what is this intercept represent. That is the end of the question 12. Question number 13. Here are two similar solid shapes. Surface area of the shape A is 2, surface area of the shape B is 3:4. The volume of the shape B is given 10 centimeter cube. Work out the volume of the shape A to 3SF. So this is 3D scale factor. So you need to think about, just let me explain the theory a little bit. So you have here a length scale factor. I put SF shortened form for scale factor, length scale factor, area scale factor, and the volume scale factor. So the three things you need to understand very well. So length scale factor K means area scale factor is K squared and the volume scale factor is K cubed. So now the information is given surface area, area scale factor. So area of A is to area of B is 3:4. So I always love to make this as a 1. So to see 1:4/3. So that tells you. So here to here the scale factor is 4/3, but that is the area scale factor. So if I take a square root both sides, so the length scale factor, length of A is to length of B scale factor, square root of 1 is 1, is to square root of 4/3. So square root of 4/3, we know square root of 4 is 2/3. So that is the length scale factor. So volume scale factor, VA is to VB. 1 cube is 1 is to 2/3 to the power 3. So that is the square scale factor. So 2 to the power 3 is, we know, 8 over square root of 3 times square root of 3 times square root of 3, which is 8 over square root of 3 times square root of 3 is just 3√3. So this is the scale factor of the volume, 1 is to this one. Now B is a bigger shape, so 10 centimeter cube is the bigger shape's volume. If you want to find out the small shape's volume, you need to divide by the volume scale factor. If you want to find out the small to big times big to small, divide. So volume of A is 10 is the big volume of the B divided by the scale factor. So scale factor is 8 over 3√3. So you can say 10 times 3√3 over 8. So let me press the calculator. So 10 times 3. So I got an answer 6.49519. So 3 significant figure, so 6.50 centimeter cube, and that is the final answer for 13. Question number 14. There are 16 hockey teams in a league. Each team played 2 matches against each of the other teams. Work out the total number of matches played. So this is one of the topic, permutation and combination. Let me explain a small scale question of this type of the league and match kind of question. Assume there's 3 teams, A, B and C. So A is going to be play with B and A is going to be play with C, and B is going to be play with A and B is going to be play with C, and C is going to be played with A, and C is going to be played with B. So if you think about AB and BA, they are not one match. So A is playing with the same B team twice. So each team played 2 matches against each of the other teams. So AB and BA. So 2 AC, then CA, 2, 4 BC and CB. So if there's a 3 teams, the equation you need to remember 3 times 3 minus 1. The general equation is n times n minus 1. So let's do another question, then we'll understand more. A, B, C, D team. So A is going to be played with B, and A is going to play with C, and A is going to be played with D. So 3 combination here. And B is going to play with C, B is going to play with D, 2 combination here. And C is going to be played with D is 1. So 3 plus 2 plus 5 plus 1, 6. Then if you put other way around, so another 6. So 12 combination here. So that I can easily find out 4 teams means times 4 minus 1. So 4 times 3 is 12 matches. So in this question, this is like not the question I have done. So this is the question I'm going to do. Now 16 hockey teams. So n equals 16. So 16 times, and they're playing 2 matches against each other. So 16 times 16 minus 1. So 16 times 15. So use the calculator. So 16 times 15 is 240. So 240 matches. Question number 15. The graph shows the speed of a car in meters per second during the first 20 seconds of a journey. So speed versus time graph is given. Work out an estimate for the distance the car traveled in the first 20 seconds. Use 4 strips of equal width. So basically they are giving a clue. So they are giving 4 stripes of equal width means, so you need to divide the graph into 4 sections to find out the area. So I'm just drawing the vertical heights to make sure I divided the entire graph into equal trapezium. As a theory, you know, speed versus time graph, the area under the curve gives the total distance traveled. So when it comes to curve, it's very difficult to find the area. In advanced level, there's a theory for integration method, so you can easily find the area under the curve. According to GCSE, you have to use your compound shapes like a 2D shapes, triangle, trapezium, parallelogram, squares and things like that. So here I'm making A is this one, and next one is, this is B, this is C, this is D. So I'm going to calculate the area individually and add them up. So first, area of A equal half base. Base is 5 and the height is 22. And the area of B, so the trapezium area is, I'll write this one here, A plus B divided by 2 times height. A plus B, the parallel side is 22 plus 28 divided by 2, and the height again is 5 here. C also same, 28 plus 32 divided by 2 times by 5. this 5, and the D is 32 plus 35 divided by 2 times 5. So for each area you press the calculator and you'll get the answer. So this is 55 and this is 125 and 150 and this one 167.5. Add them up everything together. So 55 plus 125 plus 150 plus 167.5, which is 497.5. So 497.5 meters. Second part, is your answer to part A an underestimate or overestimate of the actual distance the car traveled in the first 20 seconds? So our answer is an underestimate because the curve is going above the triangle, above the trapezium. So our trapezium triangles are under or below the actual graph. So what answer you're going to write? So they're asking give a reason. It's actually a 1 mark question. So first write the answer. What is that? Underestimate is the answer. Underestimate because the triangle and trapezium are below the actual graph. So if the graph area is this one, we are using a straight line to find out this area. So actual area just above the straight line. So our answer is underestimate. That is our final answer. Question number 16. The n term of a sequence is given by an squared plus bn, where a and b are integers. The second term of the sequence is given. The fourth term of the sequence is also given 12. Find the sixth term of the sequence. So nth term is given. So nth term is an squared plus bn. So second term means n equal to, so a2 squared plus b2. The second term is minus 2. So if I solve 4a plus 2b equal minus 2. So everything I'm going to divide by 2. So 2a plus b equal minus 1. So this is my first equation. And n equal 4. So a 4 squared plus b times 4 equal 12. So 16a plus 4b equal 12. Dividing everything by 4. So 4a plus b equal 3. So that is my second equation. Let me write the equation next to each other. So 2a plus b equal minus 1. 4a plus b equal 3. This is first equation and this is second equation. So I'm going to solve this one and find out a and b. So if I take away 2 minus 1, so the bottom equation take away the first equation. 4a take away 2a is 2a. b and b cancel. 3 take away 1. So 3 minus minus 1 is 3 plus 1, which is 4. So 2a equal 4, a equal 2. So a equal 2, I'm going to sub into the first equation. So 2 times 2 plus b equal minus 1. 4 plus b equal minus 1. So b equal minus 1 minus 4 is minus 5. So my nth term here, let me change a different color. So A I found is 2, so 2n squared. B is minus 5, so minus 5n. So this is the nth term. Now they are asking 6th term. So 6th term, so the question is 6th term. So 6th term, all what you want to do is you sub in 2 6 squared minus 5 times 6. 6 squared is 36 times 2 is 72, minus 30 equal 42. So this is the A part question, and the B part question is find an expression in terms of n for the nth term. So the sequence is starting with 0, 2, 6, 12 and 20. The difference between this and this is 2. Difference between this is 4 and 6 and this 8. And this is 2, this is 2 and this is 2. So we know this one is called quadratic sequence. So you know a method. The method I'm going to use the equation method. So this is equivalent to 2a and this is equivalent to 3a plus b, and this is equivalent to a plus b plus c. So 2a equal to, so a equal 1 and 3a plus b equal 2. So a equal 1 means 3 times 1 is 3 plus b equal 2. So b equal 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So you got a 1 and b 1. So a plus b plus c equals 0. A is 1, b is minus 1 and plus c equals 0. And this 1 and minus 1 cancel, so c equals 0. So what are these a, b, c means? The general equation is a n squared plus bn plus c is the quadratic sequence general formula. So a I found is 1, so 1n squared. B we found minus, so minus n, plus c is 0, so n squared minus n is the nth term of the sequence. That is the final answer. You may not study it this way, you may study it in a different way. So this is called quadratic sequence. After we finish this all 3 papers, we are going to do some couple of mock papers, and towards to the end of the December. So after the other side of the Christmas, New Year, we're going to do some couple of good revision topics for each and every 4 marker and 5 marker topics. So during that time we will explain the quadratic sequence, quicker methods and things like that. So subscribe and please keep in touch with us and make use of this video for your revision. That is the end of the question 16. Question number 17. The diagram is given. Work out the length of AD to the 3SF. So by the look of the diagram, all the angles and the sides are given. So it looks like a trigonometry question. So AD is this length. So if you see this triangle ABD, you have only one side 11.4 centimeter and the angle. So 2 information is not enough. You need a third information, which is the BD. So this length we need to find out. So the BD you need to find out by using the other triangle, so which is the BDC. So BDC, so you need to when you're doing this advanced trigonometry, or after you finish the right angle trigonometry, then you do the advanced trigonometry where you study sine rule and cosine rule. So I'm going to using one of these rules to find out the BD. So the best way to do is this 12.5 is a side opposite angle. So let's do it. Triangle BDC. Sine rule. So what is sine rule? So A over sine of opposite side of A is the capital A. So B over sine B. C over sine C, but I don't want it. I only need the one pair of fractions to do the cross multiplication. So which is going to give 12.5. You need to be very careful writing this equation. One simple mistake will make mistakes to this BD. That will cause a big problem to the second step of the calculation. So 12.5 opposite angle is sine 109. Equal B is BD here, BD over sine B, sine 34. So if you do cross multiplication, so BD is going to be multiplied by this, and sine 34 is going to multiply by the 12.5. So do the cross multiplication. So BD sine 109 equal 12.5 times sine 34. So BD has to be the subject. So BD equal 12.5 times sine 34 divided by sine 109. So BD equal, so you can use the calculator straight away finding the answer in one go. So 12.5 times sine 34 divided by sine 109 and bracket close, enter. I got my answer 7.392674,744. That is my answer. I keep the answer in my calculator. In normal, the standard calculator, you can keep the last step of the answer in your memory, and when you're doing the other calculation, you can use that answer, so you won't be making a big error, a rounding error. So here this BD is known now. So now in the other triangle, so which is the triangle ABD, I'm going to use the cosine rule. So using cosine rule. So what is cosine rule? So A squared equal B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. So A is going to be like this. This one is my AD squared. So AD squared. B squared is one of the squared we found. So the answer from the calculator squared plus C squared is 11.4 squared minus 2 times B, which is the calculator answer, times 11.4 times cosine of that angle 86. So if you do this one and after that square root of the answer, that is the AD. So let me press everything into the calculator and I'll tell you the answer. Right, so square root of answer squared plus 11.4 squared minus 2 times answer times 11.4 times cosine 86 bracket close, and I already put the square root, and that is giving an answer 13.14 4, 7, and they're asking three significant figure 1, 2, 3. So 4 is the less than 5, so AD is 13.1 nearest to 3SF. That is the answer for the question 17. Question number 18. Show that the equation x cube plus x equals 7 has a solution between 1 and 2. So rearrange the equation, make it equal to 0. So x cube, so this is one of the topic called iteration, minus 7 equals 0. So the solution between 1 and 2 means you need to substitute when x equal 1, what's happening. So 1 cube plus 1 minus 7, which is equal to 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 minus 7 equal minus 5, and substitute x equal 2, so 2 cube plus 2 minus 7, 2 cube is 8 plus 2 is 10 minus 7 is 3, so 3 is a positive 3. So the answer is coming from negative to positive. So 3 is a positive answer, this is a negative answer. So you need to write, so sign change, therefore you can put 3 dots, therefore the solution between 1 and 2. So actually let's say that this is the x-axis. For x equal 1 value you got a negative answer, and x equal 2 you got a positive answer. The actual idea is the graph is intersecting the x-axis where you have a solution. So the solution is between 1 and 2. So if there's a sign change, it is definitely intersecting the x-axis. When it intersecting the x-axis, we call that as a root or solution. So we have a solution between 1 and 2. We proved, how we proved there's a sign change for the two values. B part. Show that the equation x cube plus x equals 7 can be rearranged to give x equal cube root of 7 minus x. So this is one of the topic called rearranging formulas. So all what you want to do is keep the x cube, ask the x to go other side, 7 minus x, taking the cube root both sides, so x equal cube root of 7 minus x. So that is the second part. You got 1 mark for that and 2 marks for that one. And the C part, starting with x equals 0. So x equals 0 is 2. Use the iteration formula is given xn plus 1 equal cube root of 7 minus xn. 3 times, you need to do 3 times to find an estimate answer for the x cube plus x equal 7. So you need to do 3 times. How to do that one? So x1 equal, so when you put x equals 0, 0 plus 1 is x1, cube root of 7 minus x naught. In the same line we can do, we don't want to be writing too much, 7 minus 2. So 7 minus 2 is 5 cube root. So let me take my calculator. So cube root, shift, and that one is 5. Answer is, I got an answer here, 1.709975947. The beauty of this question is we don't want to round up or anything. Keep that answer in the calculator and use the answer function to recall the answer and continue your iteration. So you have done the iteration once, they ask you to do it 3 times. So x2 means you are substituting n equal 1, so cube root of 7 minus x1. So 7 minus x1 means is the answer. So I'm going to use the calculator straight away. So shift cube root function 7 minus answer equal, I got 1.7424188802. x3 cube root of 7 minus answer. So again do the same process again, shift cube root 7 minus answer, and I got 1.73884956. They are asking estimate for solution for this one, so you can leave this on as it is, and they didn't specify anything. So I'm going to see the solution is 1.74 to 2 dp. So you can give the answer, or 3 dp, whatever you just do. 3 dp means 1.739, so 1.74 nearest to 2 dp. So that's the 2 decimal points I am approximating. So that is the answer for question number 18. Question number 19. Here are two right angle triangles. Given that tan E equals to tan F, find the value of X. You must show all your working. This is one of the 5 marker question. Tan E. So you may know this tan trigonometry formula. So tan theta equal opposite over adjacent. So you have to make sure you understand that opposite over adjacent. So E is this, so this is opposite and this is adjacent. F is this angle, so this is opposite and this is adjacent. So tan E and tan F are same. So that is the start of the question. So tan E, sorry, I should write like that. Tan E equal tan F. So tan E is opposite is x over 4x minus 1, and tan F is 6x plus 5 over 12x plus 31. So I'll put the brackets to save side, to make sure I'm just multiplying correctly. I do a method called cross multiplication, so like this x method. So you do multiply x by 12x plus 31. So I'll write that first, x times 12x plus 31 equal 6x plus 5, 4x minus 1. So when you multiply 12x squared, expanding brackets, 31x equal expanding double brackets, so 6x times 4x is 24x squared minus 6x plus 20x minus 5. Now what we want to do is we are going to rearrange the formula to one side. So 24x squared, 12x squared coming this side, so 12x squared, 20x minus x is 14x, minus 31x minus 5 equals 0. So 24x squared minus 12x squared is 12x squared, 14x minus 31x is minus 17x minus 5 equal 0. Now this is a quadratic expression with a equal 0. So solving quadratics, you can use the quadratic formula or you can use the factorization. So how to factorize this one? 12 times 5 is 60. So you need to find two numbers. When subtracting gives 17. So what are the two numbers? 3 and 20. 3 times 20 is 60. So we need to give minus 20 and plus 3. So introducing two brackets. So 12x and 12x at the start. One with plus 3 and other one with minus 20 equals 0. So we can simplify this one. So 3 ones and 3 fours. So 4x plus 1, and this one 3x minus 5 equals 0. So what I did is, actually, let me change the color. So this one and this one divided by 3. So 1 and 4. This one and this one I divided by 4. So 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 5 is 20. So these two brackets equal to 0. So 4x plus 1 can be 0. So x is going to be minus 1 over 4 is one of the answer, or 3x minus 5 equals 0. So 3x equal 5. So x equal 5 upon 3. So the negative answer not possible because x is the length of the side. So x can't be. So x cannot be negative. So therefore, so x answer is x equal 5 upon 3, and that is our answer for question number 19. Question number 20. 50 people were asked if they speak French or German or Spanish. Of these people, 31 speak French, 2 speak French, German and Spanish, 4 speak French and Spanish but not German, 7 speak German and Spanish, 8 do not speak any of the languages. All 10 people who speak German speak at least one other language. 2 of the 50 people are chosen at random. Work out the probability that they both only speak Spanish. So my problem is loads of data is given. So we have couple of methods to interpret this one. So two-way tables will use male and female and different 3 language. But here they are not talking about male and female. They are talking about 2 of the language, 3 of the language and everything. So this method is called a Venn diagram. So you can draw 3 Venn diagram circles and start the question. Let me draw 3 circles first. Right, so that is our Venn diagram. So let me put that one in a box. Right, so now I need to work on the labeling the circles. So the first one is French, so F, and this one I put Spanish, and this one I put German. Total is 50, so my universal set is 50. That means the total group of people is 50. So the total rectangle altogether is 50. So that's done. So I circle that one. So that means I dealt with it. Of these people, 31 speak French. So 31 speak French means the total circle adds up to 31. So I can't put the 31 inside the circle yet. because 31 can be here, 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 here. All four numbers add up together 31. So for a time being, I put this 31 outside for a moment. So I put a dot here, so I haven't dealt with that. To speak French, German and Spanish. So two people, all three languages. So that is in the middle. So I circled that one, so I dealt with that. 4 speak French and Spanish but not German. So French and Spanish. So French and Spanish mean these two circles, French and Spanish, but not German. So only this part is 4. They are not in the German circle. So that is dealt with it. 7 speak German and Spanish. German and Spanish is 7. So what does that mean? 7 speak German and Spanish. German and Spanish is 7. So 7 take away 2 is 5. So that's, I have dealt with that. 8 do not speak any of the language. So they are outside 8. All 10 people who speak German speak at least one of the other language. So German, altogether 10 people who speak German at least one other language. That means this is 0. That means here this area indicates only German. There is nobody speak only German. Whoever speak German, they speak at least one other language. So the total is 10. So 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 3 is 10. Now I can fill this 31. So 31 equal to 3 plus 2 plus 5, 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 31 minus 9. So 31 minus 9, 22. And now 50. So 31, 36, 44, 44 plus 6. So we have plot all the numbers. So 8 I have circled, 10 also I done, and right now when it comes to question now, 2 of the 50 people are chosen at random. Work out the probability that they both only speak Spanish. So they only speak Spanish means, so probability of Spanish is what? Only. So shouldn't be. So probability of only Spanish equal, only Spanish means 6 upon 50. So they are choosing another person. So if that person is gone, so probability of only Spanish times probability of only Spanish equal 6 upon 50. So second time when I choose the only Spanish, one person is gone. So out of 49, 5 people is there. So the answer is 30 over 50 times 49, which is 2450. So 30 over 2450. So which is 3 over 245. That is our final answer. Question number 21 is the last question. ABCD is a parallelogram. ABP and QDC are straight lines. Angle ADP and CBQ is 90 degrees. Prove that triangle ADP is congruent to triangle CBQ. So first of all, we need to find out the 90 degrees is here and the 90 degrees is there. and the straight line, and one of the side ABCD is a parallelogram. So ABCD is a parallelogram means this side equal to this side. Parallelograms opposite side are equal, so this side equal to this side. So now ADP, so I'm going to draw the ADP separately here. So this is this is ADP, and this is so this is APD, and this is BQC. So this is 90 degrees and this is 90 degrees. AD, I mark it 2 lines, and BC is 2 lines here, and that's all we know. And if you see carefully, this angle, let me use a different color, red color. So this, I put a star mark here, this angle equal to this angle. No, that's not going to be work. So I need to find out a different angle. Okay, I got it. So this angle equal to this angle. So opposite angles are equal in parallelogram. So that is the A angle here, and that is the C angle here. So these are the 2 triangles they ask you to prove. So these 2 triangles are congruent, identical, because angle side, that is the condition, not right angle side or something, right? Because if it is RHS condition, right angle, hypotenuse and a side, right angle is there, hypotenuse side AP is not equal to QC, it's not given, so not the right angle RHS side. So angle side is the reason. So how can we prove AD equal BC? So AD equal to BC, that is the opposite sides so opposite sides are equal. The next one is ADP equal to CBQ, which is 90 degrees given. Then the last PAD equal BCQ, because opposite angles are equal in a parallelogram, right? In the parallelogram ABCD, right? So pretty much 3 reasons, right? So therefore ADP congruent triangle CBQ angle side. That's done. So that is a 3 marks question. Explain why AQ and PC are parallel. So AQ and PC. So now we got to say AP equal QC. So AP this side equal to QC, because we already proved because we have proved triangle ADP comma triangle CBQ are congruent. AP parallel to QC is given. Therefore, APCQ is a parallelogram. Therefore, AQ par to PC. And that is the answer for the B part. And that is the end of the exam. Please keep in touch with our channel. Once we finish all the past papers, we're going to be starting the topic revision and quick revision guides, and another playlist we are going to start with all the 5 markers and the A-star questions. Keep in touch and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
You'll not need to wander for math tutors for your children anymore. Contact us today for a guaranteed 100% success. Call us on 07 796 666 796 or visit our website www.smarttutors.co.uk.